from Shopify Ideas with a video about conventions. Everyone goes to conventions, they're fun, and retailers even go and set up and sell like overstock and back issues and stuff like that. Well, we're in Orlando, and the Orlando area is blessed with two great conventions. One is MegaCon that already happened this year, and it's very well attended, it's huge, and they have a lot more anime and costume guests, and their costuming rivals Dragon Con now. I mean, you see some crazy stuff there. And they do have a good comic section, and they're a great show. But FX Show has a 20-year legacy. It's their 20th anniversary this year. And they started off as a toy convention, toys and collectibles. And I went there as a young Padawan, you know, back before we knew what a Padawan was. I just wanted to get all the loose Star Wars figures I could get. I didn't even care about the weapons. I just wanted to have them all. And that's what I did, and the FX Show was great for that. But over the years, the FX Show grew to be more media guests, genre movie stars, genre actors, and got into comics more. And as the story has it, 3 years ago, there's this guy named Mark Hammond. And he's a very humble guy, but he is well connected, and basically, you know, you don't know him because he doesn't toot his own horn. But he works at a local comic book store called Acme Comics and has for 7 years. And he went up to the guy that runs the FX Show and says, dude, you have a nice show, but your comic section is really lackluster. You know, I'm not feeling it. And the guy that runs FX is like, whatever, hotshot, you think you do better? Do it. And that's how it was. You know, that's the story I was told, and I have no reason not to believe it. But anyway, so 3 years ago, he just started putting together this great comic guest list and making the comic section grow and grow. Last year I went out the FX and I got to see Brian Azzarello and Brian Wood and tons of other people. Had a great time. I was like, wow, this is really good. This is awesome. This year, the guest list is ridiculous, and Mark Hammond came up to me and said, hey, Comic Shop, how about you sponsor the FX Show? I like what you're doing. You guys seem like you have some skills. Let's put this together and see what we can do. And it's been awesome. For one, we can use this sponsorship to build more skills, more connections, and entertain people and hopefully get people's attention. One, we're doing the drink and draw. We've talked about doing a drink and draw. It's drinking and drawing. That's crazy fun, okay? But now we're actually doing it. And that's going to be Friday night, and it's just going to be Dave Johnson, one of the founders, and other artists drinking and drawing. There's an after party for the FX Show on Saturday night, and we get to be involved in that too. We're going to be giving out awards honoring some legends in the comic field for anniversaries of their creations. And beyond that, just our involvement there, we're putting our best foot forward, we're getting our ideas out there, we're getting a connection with people in a fun way. Which, you know, if you have a store, you should do that. If there's a con near your store, look to sponsor it, look to try to entertain people at that convention. Because you could just sell to your store to who comes in and do a little bit of advertising here and there throughout the year, do free comic book day. But a convention is a place where people that like this kind of stuff are going to. So you need to get out there, put your best foot forward, and make it happen. But sponsorship is not like a spectator sport. You got to be involved, and you can be involved as much as you have time and effort and energy to do. So one thing we're doing is we're going to get thousands of these into people's hands. This is a free comic card for what we call My Free Comic Book Day. And we're going to get this into people's hands. People can come to our store and pick a free comic of their choosing and hopefully love it and be like, dude, comics don't suck. And that's that. Next thing we're promoting is Power Girl #1, May 6th. The writer and the artist are going to be at our store. It's Palmiani and Connor. And that's going to be a ton of fun. And we're going to get this out in people's hands at the FX Show. People that already show that they might like comics. I mean, they came to the FX Show and paid to get in. So, bottom line is, I think that stores should think about using conventions to build skills and to entertain people and to attract the attention and win the hearts and minds of comic fans and potential comic fans. And I think that if a store just sets up and sells their overstock or sells their wares and it doesn't see it as a brilliant outreach tool and an entertainment tool, then it's a missed opportunity. So if any stores have any interest in that, they can contact us, hopefully after the con's over, because we'll actually have some free time then. And we'll tell you what our experience is and give you advice. And if you do decide to sponsor a con, call us up and bounce ideas off us. We'll help you out. I'm sure we'll learn something from you guys. It's been Aaron for Shop of Ideas on video, so you don't have to read all those boring words.